Hey guys, I wanted to show a technique. I was working with Lucas Galvesera here. He's been in town from Argentina helping me develop my guard passing and guard. He's got one of the best open guards I've ever felt. He's like super good guard retention. So we've been developing a lot of stack passes and bolos and like a lot of creative stuff. So he has a really cool finish for the Berimbollo, but instead of doing the actual Berimbollo, it's a way to come up on top. And I have a lot of people say they like the idea of where you attack with the Berimbollo, they just don't actually like doing the Berimbollo. So this is a great way to finish the sweep from there. So let's talk about the setup. So go ahead and stand up. So when I'm in De La Riva, like often when I'm playing my guard, you have to get your first contact grip to build your offense, right? I don't just start in De La Riva. So when I'm on my back defending, often the first contact grip you'll get is either a sleeve, and that turns into like a lasso or collar sleeve kind of game, or if the guy has his hands back, I'll get this initial ankle grip, right? And once I get this ankle grip, I can start building my offense from here. So my game, what I really like to do is I like to build off of this sleeve grip first. So if I'm here controlling and the guy grabs this, I can break this grip, start pushing out. I can go to self guard, I can go to De La Riva X, you can start bowling. There's all sorts of things when you build off this sleeve. I actually have a lot of content on the Grappler's Guide if you guys ever want to check that out. But so from here, it's really easy to build this series from here, right? But one thing that will often happen is guys will start knowing, because for them to do most attacks, they have to grab this leg. So that gives you this sleeve. But guys will start hiding that hand, and it becomes really hard to get to. So when they start hiding the hand a lot, this is where I like to go for the collar. I don't like to go for the collar first, because if I go collar first, he can grab my leg immediately, and now I'm a little bit of a step behind, right? So I threaten the sleeve first, he hides that. Now I come up on my left elbow here. Let's turn this side a little bit. Right? Now I turn up on my left, I come up on my left elbow here. You can have the ankle, the pants, different groups. I come up on the elbow, and now I can get this collar. My right leg is free. From here, I pull the collar to the side like this. That kind of moves his body weight this way. I put my right foot on the floor, and I scoot around. That allows me to get this hook in. Even if he's pushing this leg down, it's easy to get the hook in. Now I'm going to kind of hug the leg and pull back to knock him down. This is the point where Lucas has a great series to finish on here. Scoot this way a little bit again. So this motion is like kind of the classic Berimbollo setup, but like the Berimbollo is the actual finish. So even if you don't like the Berimbollo or you don't like to invert, being able to knock someone over in this way is a critical aspect of the De La Riva guard. There's so many ways to threaten the guy backwards this way, and if you're not using it, you're just missing. It's like trying to box, but you only throw left punches. You're just missing a huge aspect of the game. So I come up here, he's hiding this, I grab this collar, I pull it this way to off balance him to the right first, which lightens his weight on this leg. I pull this way, I scoot around, I hug the leg and knock him back. Now this hand posts. This is where traditionally a lot of people will grab the hip and you start building a Berimbollo game. But from here, we're gonna let Lucas kind of go into this series from here.
Hi guys, super happy to be in the best channel of BJJ in the world. So I'm gonna show how I like to finish after off balance, normal off balance of De La Riva. So in this situation, I put the guy back, and usually they will post the hand, and this makes this leg really light. So in that situation, I like to keep the hook, open a little bit my leg, and change this grip to the ankle. So I can lift him under my armpit and kind of came back in this situation where I have like the two foot here, like pushing the guy, so I can sit the guy down. And in this situation, maybe I can play like some 50-50 game, like may depend on the strategy, but one cool finish of this position that I have been working a lot recently in these years is one of my brother's techniques. I will grip fight like with my foot, this leg, I go inside the foot, and I like catch this foot and grab with the hand. My left hand will pose in the floor, so I make sure I will fall on top, and I trap like the 2 foot with my right hand. So when I climb on top, this kind is a modified leg lock situation when I can go easily to a choreando or maybe to a leg lock staff or a stack, depending on his reaction. I'm gonna show you one more time. So I'm playing like De La Riva. I like knock him the guy down, came for the ankle, push the guys, like be careful that the guys don't jump in on top of you, and then I go like on top, close the elbow, like knuckles in the outside to make sure I will anticipate his reaction. Game on top, I'm like trapping the both leg with this, go to the knee, finish with a Toriano. Good one, right?
And so what I notice here is like when he pushes me back here, I can't get forward, and then go ahead and switch to this part. Here, this bottom leg, I can't come up, right? Because it's like shelved with his hip, so there's no way to come up here. And this makes him come up, and like a big thing with modern jiu-jitsu is when you're competing and you're going for sweeps, is if you sweep a guy, he may have a great guard, so he's gonna try to sweep you back. So generally, if you can sweep a guy and come up into a really dominant passing position, that's a huge extra you want to get, right? If you sweep a guy into his best guard, now you have to deal with it. But the great thing about this position you come up in, it's not just you're on top. With this grip here, especially like when you're on the outside like this, with this like elbow position, I can't lasso, right? It's really hard, right? Go back down. Yeah, so like here, if this guy has this grip, if they grab on the inside kind of loose here, this foot can lasso over top. So when he comes up on top here, now it's like I have room to fight, right? Go back down. So like when he's coming up, he's getting this grip on the outside and taking out all that slack and getting really tight on the knee here. So that when he comes up, I can't get above his forearm, and I can't go under either because his elbow is really tight. So now as he starts to come up on top, this leg is stuck. He's got such a good Toriando position. It's like such a clean passage up here, right? Side frame, and then he starts coming around. So we'll probably do another video while I was here as well. Lucas has a great series from the leg hug where he builds off of like a lapel grip from the leg hug de la Hiva. Yeah, just like building off of being here. So instead this time, so I showed before like going for the sleeve, he hides the sleeve. Now we come up and go for the collar, but some guys break this grip all the time, you can't get it. And now he starts to either feed one of these lapels, we'll get into this next time, and he feeds it to the leg hug de la Hiva, and then from this it controls the posture. He'll use this to start setting up all sorts of lapel systems, and that's what you guys really want. You want to learn not just techniques, but how to systemize them and organize them. Okay guys, really appreciate it. If you guys like the content, as always, like, share, subscribe, ask questions, make some requests, and we'll be doing a new video soon. Thanks a lot, Lucas.
Of course.